What's up guys, I'm Isaac Robinson with Team Prodigy, and this is a look at my bag for the 2023 season. Alright, so first up we got the putters. Right now I putt with the PA3 in the 300 soft plastic. I like the 300 soft because it gives me a little more grip, it sticks to the chains a little bit better, and I get a clean release out of it. Next up we have the throwing putters. I throw a 300 soft PA3 as well, just dead straight, a little bit of turn. It's great for the woods, one of my favorites. Next I throw a really old 300 PA3, and this one's really flippy, so it'll get a lot of turn, and I'm using that for tight tunnel shots or kind of just shaping up the woods. In addition to those, I have the P Model US. This one is a little bit more overstable than my PA3s, and I throw it for headwind shots or when I need a really torque resistant putter. All right, next up we have 3 different A2s. The first one is the 400 A2. This one's great for shots between like 250 and probably about 320. Really overstable, really consistent approach disc. In addition, I have 2 300 plastic A2s. These are also equally as overstable, but they stick to the ground a little bit better. So if it's kind of a tricky terrain, I throw these and they stick to the ground and they don't skip a whole lot. They're great, in my opinion, one of the best approach discs ever made. Moving on to the mid-ranges, these kind of rotate in and out. But right now, one of my favorites is the 750 M1. This thing is very straight, very reliable. One of my favorite discs to throw. In addition to the M1, I have a PA3 stamped M4. This one recently made my bag. It is very straight. The M4 is a great disc. It's very point and shoot, so I know I can trust it to go where it needs to go. This M3 is probably the oldest disc in my bag. I've had it since 2016. And it is one that I can trust to go right every time. Since I'm not known for my forehands, this is a disc that I can put on a hyzer, I can throw it flat, and I can always trust it to go right and get me that right turn. Next up, we have the fairway drivers. This 400 F3 is also a really old disc in my bag, and it's also used for, I use it a lot for flip-up shots, some of those right turns. Very consistent, very reliable disc. We have the FX2s. These are the overstable fairway drivers. So I'm using them from about 350 to probably about 430. I have one that's a little bit flatter and then one that's has a little bit more dome to it. This one's used for farther shots. If I need to get that 400, 415 mark, that's the one I'm using. This one I use for about 350 to 400. One of the discs that I found putting in my bag immediately last year was the FX4. This disc is easily one of my favorite discs I've ever thrown. It gets big distance, big glide, very straight. You get a slight turn out of it. This is a disc that I used all the time on tour last year, over at Nevin, over in Green Mountain Championships. This was the disc I was constantly pulling out of my bag. The FX4 is a disc that I rely on all the time, both in the woods and in the open. Definitely go try one. You won't regret it. It's an amazing disc. All right, and lastly, we have the drivers. Right now, depending on the course, the drivers kind of switch up, but right now I'm throwing a 400G D3. This one's very straight with a slight left finish. I'm using this for kind of big distance with reliable fade at the end. The D Model OS. This one, honestly, it's a very reliable disc, but it's not as special as the others, so I tend to throw it on water shots and water carries. I trust it to come back all the time. Great disc. And then I have the 2 400 D1s. This one is very overstable. I can trust it to hold up in a headwind. It's pretty domey, so I get a lot of glide and it goes a long way. And the last one, this one's a recent addition to my bag. It's a 167-400 D1. Very stable despite being lightweight. Has a little bit of a dome to it, so it gets that big distance as well. Thanks for watching my In the Bag. This is my bag for the 2023 season. I'm very comfortable with these discs. I love the way my bag is looking, feeling more confident than ever. I've been throwing Prodigy discs for years. I love how these discs feel. I love how they fly. You should check them out. Get your own favorite discs at prodigydisc.com.